Good morning. Great morning. Wonderful morning. Spectacular morning. Yes, that beautiful reminder that we get to choose what things. Remember, everything is fundamentally meaningless. Everything just is. Nothing is good or bad. It's our thinking that makes it so. Write that in your notes. Nothing is good or bad. It's my thinking that makes it so. Say that to yourself. It's my thinking that makes things good or bad. It's what I believe to be true. It's how I'm looking at it. See, that's a beautiful key that will help you to be in control of your life if you'll use the key. Now, remember about the key. I want you to imagine this, okay? Imagine a key on the counter. Maybe it's the key that opens your door. Now, here's a question for you. Is that key useful? Now, many people say, of course it's useful. It can open the door. Actually, it's not. It's fundamentally meaningless. With that being said, it being on the counter is useless. It's just sitting there. See, the only way that the key has value is if you pick the darn thing up, put it into the keyhole, and turn it. See, that's where the power is. And that's something that we repeat constantly to you to help you to get. This is why I close every single one of these calls with, all right, what's the golden rule, everybody? Application, baby. See, that's where it's at. It's through the use. Same thing goes with the information within this incredible book. All the wonderful books that we do provide you that have amazing knowledge and all of this, all these words that are in here, it just is. The words that are here in this book, lots of really great words here. Here's another one. Okay, subconscious code, all this amazing, wonderful information. This one here, ooh, gonna have to get this one. Look at this, Genevieve. Ooh, everybody. Ooh, look. Okay. But with this being said, remember, knowledge is not power. Information is not power. It's only potential power. And the only way that it becomes power in your life is when it's practiced. It's so beautiful this morning in our thinking into results facilitations, which is an amazing, beautiful environment to be in. And all of you are definitely invited to be there. We were talking about that. You're talking the importance of being a leader and that it's very important to not know to be decisive, but to actually be decisive. There's a huge difference between knowing something and doing something. The difference in outcomes is dramatic when you compare those who know the information and have this beautiful encyclopedia of information versus those who are experiencing it and using it or applying it. See, it's the ones who apply that deliver the change. And that's what we're wanting you to get for you. This is what we're wanting you to understand, which is why we go over this again and again and again. So, with that being said, make sure you have ready. Here we go. Whoop-hoo. Wave it. Get your gold cards. Here we go. Get your gold cards. Do not underestimate the power of this. Bob Proctor would say this frequently. If you write it on a gold card, it must happen. But now remember, though, that's based on the assumption that you are in love with it. And we've just been talking about that in these recent calls. Oh, there you go. Betty, you have the right idea. That's right. Remember, another word for the law of attraction is love. Now, let's go into where we are in this magnificent masterpiece. Okay, here we go. Now, we went over this before, but we're going to go over it again because it's important. It is the operation of this marvelous law of attraction, which is love. Remember, vibration is what determines attraction. Attraction is the secondary law, which is dependent on vibration, which is feeling. And another thing I want you to notice is how he puts in the word operation. That means it's moving. It's not just sitting there. It is the operation of this marvelous law of attraction which has caused men, individuals, women, people in all ages and all times to believe that there must be some personal being who responded to their petitions and desires and manipulated events in order to comply with their requirements. Oh, there's got to be someone out there or something out there that's causing this. And isn't that interesting how that's what we've been conditioned to think and believe? Look at the thought process that's been placed in religion, where the emphasis is on some external force when really the force is in you, how it's always been in you. Oh my gosh, Star Wars, may the force be with you. And what's the force? It's what's in the kingdom of heaven. What's in the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom of thought. I remember the first time I heard this from Neville Goddard, Christ in you is your imagination. I was going, whoa, what did you just say? Now, keep in mind, though, the first time I heard that, I thought it was blasphemy. So what are you talking about? I've even had people tell me that when I do lives, and they say, how dare you say that? I go, really? Oh my gosh, their minds are closed. Remember, there's nothing more expensive than a closed mind. Write that in your notes. There's nothing more expensive than a closed mind. None of us has all the information. If your mind is not open to receive new information to reevaluate, what will not change are your beliefs, which means your results won't change. Now, that's important because it's a principle involved. It is done unto you as you believe. Circle the word as if you write that down. It's done unto me as I believe. You don't change your beliefs, different things won't be done unto you. You want to earn more money, a lot more money, you got to shift what you believe to be true of yourself. Want to change your lifestyle? Same thing. How you're living? Same thing. It all comes down to what's happening in your inner world. With that being said, it's not something external to you. It's not a floating man in a robe. It's what's in you. You have an imagination, correct? Nod your heads. Yes. Of course you do. You can imagine whatever you want, right? Yeah. In the beginning was the Word. What's the Word? It's a freaking picture. It says it in the beginning of Genesis, and then I thought there'd be a good idea to be light, and then there was light. Then it'd be a good idea to divide the land and sea, and then land and sea was divided. Then I thought it'd be a good idea for there to be a man, and then there to be a woman. Oh my gosh, then there was a man, there's a woman. Let's create them in our image. Imagination's the starting point of all creation. And you have one. And you get to use yours however you want to use it. Why? Because you have this thing called agency. See, the power is in you. There's not a single thing in the outer world that's there that wouldn't be there if it weren't for imagination. And that's an exercise that I've recommended that every one of you practice daily. It's so fun to do. I love to do it when I take a walk, even when I'm here in the room and I'm just maybe in the living room and the kitchen. I'm outside driving the car. I love to look at the physical things from the perspective that, oh my God, it was imagined first. And then I see, oh my gosh, there's proof of God everywhere in other people. Remember, God, the universe, can only express to and through you, which is the individual. and look at all the wonderful, beautiful individual creations that are there because of this power. It is the combination of thought and love which forms the irresistible force called the law of attraction. Now, here he's talking about vibration, feeling. Feeling is the secret. Write that in your notes. Feeling is the secret. That's vibration. So you have the thought, which is the idea, what you would love, and then you have the love itself, which then leads you to where you're going to go based from whatever that is, which is a direction. You go in the direction you face. Now, it was so cool how we were talking about this in a previous session about the burning desire, right? Napoleon Hill talks about that. You got to have a burning desire, but then, okay, yeah, what's a burning desire? Oh, I want to know what that was. That was confusing as fuck to me. I'm serious. When I listen to that, I go, okay, what's the burning desire? And it's just simply being in love with the idea. Just fall in love with it. That's it. Be magnificently obsessed with it. And how does that happen? Well, it's by you making it important. You want to turn this into a desire, a magnificent burning desire? Give it life. Vivify it with your own vitality. And it in turn will vivify you with its livingness, is what Thomas Troward shares. I love that essay, entering into the spirit of it. Such a magnificent jewel. Vivify, in other words, give it life. Remember, life is dynamic, it's not static. Most people's ideas, they remain static. They say something intellectual, which is why they don't materialize. And then their lives turn into a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Don't let that be you. Don't allow your dreams to be stillborn. You know, most dreams are stillborn. They come up, boom, and because they stay intellectual, they're just something that's there as an intellectual idea. They never come to fruition. But it doesn't have to be that way for you.